Hey everyone, and welcome to A Kinda Crafty Kenzie. Whether you are new or you're returning, I'm so excited you're here. This is one of my all-time favorite kind of videos to make, tier tray cuties, and today of course is going to be Valentine's Day. Make sure you stay till the end to see how I decorated my tier tray. So let's go. For today's first DIY, it cannot get any simpler than this. I actually got this little bottle, or I guess we could call it like a vase. I got it from Hobby Lobby. It's textured. My daughters actually call it the pickle jar because the little bumps remind them of a pickle. So I just painted it 2 coats of the ballet slipper chalk paint, and then as you can see I just tied some twine around the top of it. I was gonna make a bow, but I decided against it, and I just like gave it a double knot. I had this little heart left over from a project I did in one of my earlier videos, and it is just one of those glitter covered wood hearts, like wood stickers from Dollar Tree. I just painted it with a Nimbus light gray chalk paint, gave it some texture on top of that glitter, added some pink little floral that I actually had from Joann Fabrics, and this super easy little Valentine's Day floral piece is all done. If you are new here today, welcome. My name is Mackenzie, aka Kenzie, and I am so excited that you found my channel and clicked on my video today. I hope you are loving everything you see so far. Crafting and DIYing is my passion, so if that is what you are into, you're in the right place. So don't forget to subscribe and turn your bell notification on. For my second DIY, I am just using this leftover piece of scrap wood my husband had laying around. He does tons and tons of woodwork, like I've explained to you guys before, and he always saves his scrap pieces like this for me, and if I need it trimmed or shaped different, he'll go ahead and cut it for me. But it is really nice to kind of have, you know, this at my access like all the time. But I know you can probably get something similar to this shape, or just put some tumbling tower blocks together from the Dollar Tree. So it's just a small little piece of wood. I painted the entire thing with some plaster chalk paint, and then I went ahead around the edges of this and just sanded it a little bit. I just printed a very simple, kind of like a Ray Dunn looking font off of my Cricut. I wish I could tell you what the font is, but I truly don't remember, and I really need to write it down because then I always go searching for it. And then that's it. That is all I did for this DIY, and I think it's so simple yet perfect for a tier tray. Tier tray cutie number 3 is also so ridiculously easy and inexpensive. I just used this Dollar Tree little palette. This cost me $1, but now it's going to cost you $1.25, but it's still super cheap. But anyways, these are kind of hard to find, so if you see them and you like them, I say grab them up. So anyways, I painted over this with white chalk paint, and then I decided that it was too bright. I wanted to kind of add a little bit of color to it, so I just mixed in a little bit of ballet slipper. You can't really tell on camera, but it's just like kind of like, it just looks kind of like ballet slipper whitewashed, if that makes sense. Then I printed that little heart off my Cricut and just attached it to the bottom, and this one's all done. You could totally put some florals in the top of that little crate. I chose not to on mine, and you'll see in the end why. It's like the height of my tier tray, but you'll have to let me know what you think of this one as well. Cutie number 4, so easy as well. I just grabbed one of these little teacups. I'm sure there's a correct word for them, from Hobby Lobby. I bought a whole bunch of these back in the fall because they had like so many colors in, and I love to keep some of the same, and then I wanted to start DIYing them, and I think this is really fun. So I gave it a really good coat of the plaster chalk paint, and then I went over it like really sloppily, kind of just distressed it with the ballet slipper. When you're painting glass or porcelain, I love to just coat the paint on it, and it gives it like a texture. Then this little wooden spoon also came from a pack from Hobby Lobby, and as you can see, I'm just wrapping some of that blush twine around like the top of it to just kind of give it like a little cutesy effect. Then I went ahead and tied a little bow with that same twine and just hot glued it there on the top. Now I'm going to take one of those little wooden heart stickers that you get from the Dollar Tree as well, and I left it in its natural state to match the little wooden spoon, and I just went ahead and glued it straight to the face of this, and this little guy is all done.
Tell me what you wanna do, I'll do anything.
Cutie number 5. I think this little rolling pin came from a rolling pin set, also from Hobby Lobby, but you can also get these from Amazon. Or I'm so sorry. This is from Amazon. You can also get these from Hobby Lobby. I will link them below from Amazon. But anyways, I just gave it a good coat of the ballet slipper chalk paint, and I just put a simple X and an O on it. I wanted to keep it really simple. Tied a little gray and white gingham, I guess we could say, bow to it, and that's it. So easy. DIY number 6, I hope you guys are keeping track, because I'm definitely not, but for this one, it's so easy as well. This is just another piece of scrap wood that I literally have in my scrap wood box in my shed. But if you don't have access to scrap wood, don't fear. You could totally just put some tumbling tower, like the pieces together from the game, or you can buy pieces of wood like this from Hobby Lobby, from Amazon, or you could go to like Home Depot and buy some scrap wood. So trust me, you guys, there's tons of ways to keep your DIYs simple, inexpensive, and still super adorable. So I just gave this piece of wood a complete coat of plaster chalk paint. I did not sand it, and I left it kind of like how it was like different shaped and kind of rough looking. I like that. I thought it gave it a little bit of character. Then I went ahead and printed off this Be Mine off of my Cricut. Again, if you don't have a Cricut, never fear. I went for almost a year of crafting with no Cricut, and Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, Joann's, Michael's, online. There's all kinds of ways to find stencils or stickers, etc. So there's lots of ways that you can add words and such to your projects without having a Cricut. So anyways, you can see that I had printed a gray heart, but I did not want the entire piece to be gray. I did want to have some pink in it. So I just went ahead and printed out the exact same wording with a heart in the middle, the Be Mine with a heart, and then I just switched it up. I put the pink heart in the middle.
Yeah, that's all I need, and I'll be alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer.
For this and next cutie, again, I'm just going to use another piece of scrap wood. This is more like a block that my husband had given me. Now, this was treated wood, so I did not sand the edges or anything, but I did go ahead and give it, I think I did give this one 2 coats of plaster chalk paint, because as you can see, it was treated and there was a little bit of discoloration to it, and I did not want that shining through. Again, I just printed off on my Cricut, P.S. I love you, in the gray vinyl. I did change up the font for the P.S. and then I love you. Again, I don't know what it is, and I'm so sorry. I really need to start writing these down, because then I forget as well. And then I just attached a little pink heart to the middle of this, just to give it that little touch of pink. I did decide to go over this one, since I did not sand it or anything, with my plaster chalk paint, like over the vinyl. Sometimes I do it if the vinyl is kind of shiny, and sometimes I don't. I guess it just depends on how I'm feeling about it, but so easy and so cute, guys.
Right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer. I wanna stay here with you. All that we have.
For this little cutie, I'm going to use this little shadow box that I got from the Dollar Tree. I went ahead and scored that top, whatever that is, that piece, with my utility knife, and then just kind of broke it off. There is actually like a little bit of a gap you can see between the frame and like the backing of the little box, because it's the $1.25 store, guys. Of course, it's not going to be glued perfectly. You could fill that in with some spackle or wood filler, or like I did, just flip it over and make that the bottom. No one will ever see. So then I went ahead and covered this whole thing with plaster chalk paint. The inside piece I did do twice to make sure I covered up all that green. Then I printed off this February 14th or the Feb 14 with the little heart on my Cricut, and like my light pink vinyl that I've been using this whole time. And guys, I get all my vinyl from Amazon. I don't buy Cricut. I buy Oracle vinyl or whatever's cheap because I'm cheap. Anyway, so then I just went ahead and distressed over that vinyl with some chalk paint, that same color plaster, and then I went ahead and sanded down the edges to give it a little bit of that rustic feel. I was going to add a bow to the top, but I thought, nope, I like the simplicity. We're going to leave it alone. So you'll have to let me know, what do you think? Would you have added a bow or leave it alone? I rhymed.
Give me love, give me all your love, oh, 'cause I want you.
I have another scrap wood little cutie for you, and I have no idea what number this one is. I've completely lost count at this point, but this is some more treated wood, so I just went ahead and covered it up with, I think again it took 2 coats just to make sure I got all the color, you know, the discoloration of the wood. I wanted it all covered up is what I'm trying to say. But I painted 2 of the blocks in the Nimbus Gray chalk paint. It's that really light, pretty gray. And then I used ballet slipper on the one piece. As you can see, I am using my Cricut again. They should have totally sponsored this video, just saying. And I printed out that kind of similar Ray Dunn font, and I just went ahead and wrote I love us, but instead of putting them in like size order, I put the larger piece, which I painted ballet slipper, and it's because it's a larger word as well. It all like worked out. It worked out in my brain. I love it when that happens. And I just went ahead and hot glued those together. You could totally use wood glue as well, but I figured it's going to be fine. So then I just used some of this cute little twine. It's more like really thin yarn, guys. It's okay. I got it from Hobby Lobby. It's okay. It's okay. Anyways, then I just attached that bow at the top, and then this little tiny heart that's kind of iridescent looking. I had that just in a pile of stuff someone had given me, I think, and I just went ahead and attached that to the top with the bow. And I think this is so simple and again so inexpensive. So let me know what you think of this one.
Everything's alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you.
For this little cutie, I am going to use this little cutting board that my husband actually cut out for me, but I know you can buy little cutting boards like this at Hobby Lobby and the Dollar Tree. I had originally painted this brown because this was going to be a Christmas DIY, but as we know, I did not put up any Christmas DIYs. I did do a couple, but you'll just have to wait till next year. So anyways, I covered it with ballet slipper chalk paint, and then I sanded it like crazy around the edges, and as you can see, I went down the face of the little cutting board on both sides to bring out some of that brown. Then I went ahead and just tied with just some regular jute twine, just tied a little hanger and like double or triple or quadruple knotted it at the top, and then I just printed out some of these little white hearts on my Cricut sponsorship, and then just attached them, and that was it. This one was so easy and so stinking adorable. There's not too much cuter than a tiny cutting board.
Give me love, give me all your love, give me all your love. Give me love, give me all your love, give me all your love.
This final little cutie cannot get much simpler. I just used one of these little boxes from the Dollar Tree, and it already had the heart cut out on it, so it was just too easy. I painted the outside of the box with that plaster chalk paint. It's either plaster or white. I'm pretty sure it's plaster, but I could be wrong. It might be white. I don't know. Then I painted the little insert with the ballet slipper pink, and I thought that this would be perfect to put on a tier tray, and you could put like little candies in it, and that's exactly what I did. Or you could put some florals in it or whatever you want, but I wanted a nice little spot to display a little bit of Valentine's Day candy, so I picked up some of these cute little kisses from Walmart, and then I just put them inside the little box, and I think it's already empty. I think my kids have already eaten it all, and it's been on the tier tray for like 10 minutes, but you know, it was cute while it lasted. But here is my tier tray and the final result of all of these little cuties all together. I'm not the best at decorating tier trays. I would normally go in and add some greenery on the bottom and such, but I just wanted to exhibit exactly what I made today in today's video on the tier tray for you. And yes, you guys are all gonna ask, this is a homemade tier tray. My husband makes them, so if you're ever interested in one, just give me a call and I can hook you up. But we have it in 3 different colors: a dark walnut, a lighter wood, and then white as well, in 2 different sizes. So if you guys are interested in that, just drop me a comment or a message and I can talk to you about those. But anyways, I hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you did. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and consider subscribing. And I will see you guys very, very soon in my next one. Bye.
Tell me what you wanna do. I'll do anything as long as